Business challenges have changed. They're quicker, bigger, more disruptive. So is that worrying or exciting? How do today's successful leaders think? We're on a mission to find out.
I don't have perfect knowledge on every single topic.
This is how they plan projects, think, structure, solve and succeed.
Your job title doesn't make you a leader.
Inspiring you to look at things from a different perspective, to see the bigger picture, to change the game.
It's impossible to win those arguments, but they're damaging. The key thing, leadership is about getting people to buy into your view and your vision. And that's a discretionary thing. Just because if your job title doesn't make you a leader, people decide whether they're prepared to buy into the direction that you're going in. And I think it's about having a very open discourse. Sometimes that will be supported by data and information in order that can be articulated in a very clear fashion so that people can buy into and see the merits of the decision. I think the first thing is to always start with respect. I think you need to listen. You need to understand that the other person's coming that with the same intention, the best of intentions as yourself. And I think that's the thing to focus on, is to focus on the intention rather than the competition of winning the argument. It's the result that matters. And I think you've got to go in there with an open mind. You've got to listen. You've got to critically assess the information that those individuals are sharing with you, because clearly they passionately believe in the position that they've adopted. And I think initially it's questioning your own judgment to make sure that the information that you've used in order to arrive at the decision it stands up to scrutiny. If it doesn't, I think you've got to be strong enough to accept that someone else's position might be a stronger one and might have greater merit than that of your own. I don't think you should ever go in with the view that it's a competition and you're right because you're the leader, for example. And I think as well, you need to surround yourself with people that are prepared to have and engage in that conversation, because it ultimately results in better decisions. I've seen in many organisations where generally the leader's view is the one that's the accepted principle, and it doesn't always lead to the best decision. It's I don't have perfect knowledge on every single topic. I don't have all the information available to me. But ultimately, when a decision's made, whether it be to go with my particular preference or their particular preference, at that point, the business doubles down. The team double down, and then it's focused on execution. That's a key thing at the end. Is once the decision's been made, the sort of dialogue that went before is sort of secondary. What matters now is about delivery. I don't think there's anything wrong with people having a different opinion. I think it's really important. I don't want to work in an echo chamber where everyone simply agrees with me because of the job title. I want people to critically assess the decisions that are being made from their vantage point, perhaps with a better understanding of certain topics than myself. But ultimately, when a decision's made, I think it's crucial that people then are absolutely committed to executing on that and making it the absolute best it can be in terms of a success. What you don't want in a business is if you like, a terrorist who's underground undermining the sort of progress that the business is trying to make. I would suspect that, like most people, there's an element of competitiveness about me. So I would have been disappointed not to have won that particular argument, not to have found I've been able to articulate the message strongly enough in order to, I suppose, swing the needle in my particular direction. But ultimately, what matters to me is results. I've been a great believer in terms of being judged by results and creating a legacy of success. So ultimately, winning an argument, there's no legacy there. There's no real measure of success. What matters is the outputs at the end, which can be a variety of things. It could be a business win or a project seamlessly delivered, whatever it might be. Ultimately, that's what matters. Results matter. the hardest argument to win? It's a good question. It's one I'm really struggling to think. I don't see arguments. I see options. I see choices to be made. An argument is just two different opinions. That there's so many important decisions that we take. Some which to some people might seem inconsequential, but to us are all part of underpinning what we believe is important to us as a business and important to us as people. You know, as an organisation, we're a team, we're a collection of people that come together and work together and share similar values and similar beliefs. I don't see sort of arguments as an end in their own right. I see them almost as a distraction in a way. As I said, there's a debate about it, a discussion to be had, and then a decision to be arrived at. And then it's to get on with the execution, to get on with the delivery. That's what matters. Those that have got a closed mind, those have already decided and are unprepared to listen to any argument. For them, it is a competition. For them, it is about the argument. It's very difficult to convince someone that is absolutely steadfast that their view is the right one, irrespective. And quite often that comes with very hierarchical businesses. It's a case of we should all agree with the boss. Why? Because of the boss. Not because necessarily they've got the best vantage point, the best view and the best decision. It's just of the boss. So it's impossible to win those arguments. But they're damaging.